All right. All right. Right. We are live. So, hi, everybody. We're live on YouTube. Vanessa, if you wouldn't mind to post the links around, and Kevin as well, since you may be in some different groups than Vanessa is. That would be
Will do.
awesome. And there's the echo. All right. And we're going to go into project updates straight away today. So, I think we should start with probably Nikki, Eric, Kevin, Vanessa, if that works for everyone.
All righty. Well, today I'm hoping by the end of this hour that we get to vote on the engagement role. We've had 3 applicants, and I've already made my suggestions and have a couple of thumbs up. So that'll be an excitement at the end of the call. We've worked through a major issue with the wallets this past week. I finally got to pay a couple of people in full, and through lots of learning curve, we've figured out how to at least make it work on the agency status. It's a little different for businesses than it is for individuals, so there's a little bit of accounting we have to do. Blogs and use cases are assigned to new people. I've got video clips on the pipeline for a couple of people to at least give us their skill set on video editing. And we went through a website map meeting with a new group from India who will be able to work with Ray. So I'm looking for ideation on most of these projects by Friday so that I can call them on Monday and then present next Tuesday. And that's it.
Awesome. Did you have any demos you want to do to show anybody anything or no?
If we have time and you want to see kind of what's in the pipeline, it's not beautiful, but I'm willing to show it if you want.
Yeah, it's up to you. We love demos, and work in process is great because you can receive feedback early if you want it. So yeah. That's all. Okay, great. So thank you, Nikki. We'll keep going. Let's jump over to Eric.
Hey folks, good to see everyone. So in terms of projects that we're focusing on, as I mentioned at least a couple of weeks ago, it's the documentation area that we're going to try to make the most progress with. It sounds like the team in the short term has decided to not use GitHub to kind of store everything, so we need to come up with something else. The document that we're currently working on is the business overview doc, which thanks to Kent and Cesar and Najib and Michael and others who have been updating this. So we're going to try to set a deadline on that, try to get that done. There are, of course, other documents we need to round up and make edits on and kind of use those as a starting point, as an input to revise them, get all those posted somewhere so that we're in a good shape in terms of, all the doc sets that we have. And as Nikki mentioned, we've been sort of working with her and, the Fluid Chains team to resolve any kind of little hiccups and kind of limitations with respect to data and the wallets and Exos transfers and all that. The Treasury Core team actually met yesterday again and did a little bit of a rehash, and I just wanted to thank Vanessa and others for putting together some of the documentation which we'll use, speaking of documentation, moving forward to kind of make this whole end-to-end process easy for everybody. So looking forward to that. And I think that's all I had. So thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Eric. Kevin, Alan.
Sure. So just an update from me. We will have the kickoff call for ExO Prize tomorrow. I will be sharing here in the chat just the link to Sway. It still hasn't received enough votes. So if you haven't voted, please can you go ahead and do that. A little bit cart before the horse. But actually, I got the Sway out pretty late, so that's that's I guess my fault. So if you can do some voting there, that'll be super helpful, so we can get that approved and get that through, so we can get the ExOs to go forward with the prize. And then, as I said before, we were live. Our first community engagement proposal which was done by Morocco, is through. It's was approved, and the EXOs were transferred. So that's really great. What we need to do now is actually is to share this more widely. We've sort of used that as a test case. We did have a few issues just around wallets and data and whatnot, which we've discussed, and now with Vanessa's document, that should hopefully be cleared up around being a data campaign manager, which is great. And then the last thing that I wanted to just throw around here, and I'll look to turn it into a sway proposal, is as a community, we have community members in 130 countries currently, and we have some countries that are missing. Now, the tech team has made the referral system within the OpenExO platform live. It was we ran a test with ambassadors, and it actually got stuck there, and it wasn't available for everyone. But now it actually is. So if you go into the platform and you click on your profile picture, there is, and Kent's showing it, thank you, Kent, there is a referral tab there. And you can actually then get a link to refer people to join the OpenExO community. And so I'm thinking that we could actually run a competition to earn EXOs, saying if you invite someone who's from a country that is currently not sort of on our list of 130 countries, perhaps we could have an added EXOs bonus. So I think Kent was trying to show there the map, but it didn't come up. But there are fair, of course, I guess 50 odd countries where we don't have people. So so that's something I'm thinking about. If you think that sounds cool, I mean, you can just give a thumbs up in the chat or whatnot, or let me know. So yeah, that's what I wanted to update today.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. And that feature too, you didn't mention it, but we're going to add a few more things that you can refer. So for example, the new EXO Foundations course is really important that we share that. It's a totally free way for anybody anywhere in the world to learn about EXO. And it literally is awesome. So, because it also will lead people here. It will lead people into other things in certification. It'll lead people to the platform. It'll lead people to events. It's an important piece of the puzzle. So check that out. And I don't know, Kevin will tell us when he gets that ready. I had Vanessa Powell up next.
Yes. Good morning. I love that idea of doing a competition. Well, I just shared the stats for the month of January. Thank you, Angelo, because he created a post and we gained, what was it, like 18 new members of the EXO Economy Circle. So thank you so much for that. Yes, it was really good. So I've been sharing that post from him, and along with other one about the EXOs and the circles. Also, I wanted to remind you, Ken, about maybe here in this meeting coming up with something to celebrate the EXO's blockchain birthday that is coming in April 8th.
Okay.
So
that's right. It will be EXOs. The token will be 3 years old since its genesis. Bit shocking, if you ask me. They grow up so fast.
I know, right?
Ready
to see that fly. Yes.
Vanessa, one question. Do we have targets, like let's say by the end of the first quarter, where we want to be with those metrics?
I don't. I can do a comparison with last year and the year before and come up with some targets and share them on the next meeting. I did email you guys, Ken, Mikhail, Cesar, and about the reports for the month, the detailed reports. So yeah, I can work on those targets and bring them up next meeting.
Yeah, I think that will be good. That will be good. So we all know how we are doing and you know, with respect to where we want to go.
Most definitely.
We'll also add that to the engagement role, is to come up with what new targets or new metrics we want to be measuring as well, because just quantity of numbers isn't the same as quality and engagement.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nikki.
That was brought up in the last meeting. Was there any feedback on what we think is quality versus quantity?
Sales is one of them. So sales of courses and just people starting new projects, using the marketplace more, using proposals more, engaging in the advisor calls from all the certification, all that.
So I'll add engagement metrics to the agenda for just in a few minutes, and we'll touch on that again. And I think this should probably come up every week until we sort of sort out the key performance indicators that we wish to track from an overall health perspective, right? It doesn't just have to be marketing, it can be other things too. But yes, we should have not 1 million, but 5 or 6 really great KPIs that we're tracking week over week, month over month, quarter over quarter. Okay, very good, thank you. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Vanessa. And Vanessa, did you have anything else? Was that it?
That was all. Yes, that was all. Sorry.
Angelo.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Nikki, for all the interaction between WhatsApp. We are talking some crazy ideas about the EXOs. I've been iterating in an idea that I want to find new way to use the EXOs with S, as Ken suggests me. And we are, I am receiving some ideas from people on the post, but also I am receiving ideas from outside, from other people that don't even know about anything about EXOs. And I will be working on the Miro or a mural platform to put it all together. And then I would like to show you a different alternative of new vision about the EXOs. One of the things that I am been thinking a lot is how we can improve the loyalty from the users, assigning a token in the new wallet. That could be an idea, but if imagine that someone who did the consultant, the coach, the trainer, the ambassador, and also is receiving a new wallet right now. How can you engage that? Maybe if you give an allocation for them to use the EXO inside the community, could be a good idea to renew and also to conquer again. How we can conquer the new users that are part of our community. That's my thinking right now. And on the other side, I've been dealing with that. I don't know how to say that in English, but it's a duality between the commercial tokens and the utility token. Because there is a huge gap between both. Bitcoin, as you know, is known as a cryptocurrency, and we provide a utility token as a service interchain. And I was thinking how we can add value to that interaction, maybe through experiences, maybe through other connection, maybe through a big allocation for the new customer or for the new possible customer. And that's our thinking a lot. And also maybe in applying some kind of growth hacking process for the community, such as a kind of retention and how we can acquire more people. The post that I did is receiving at least 300 visualization, and but not interaction. You know, most people see but don't interact. how we can cross the line? You know, in the way that we cross the line.
Yeah. You're fighting you're fighting laws of online communities there, by the way. So that's actually pretty good what you just said. But the things like the 99-1 rule kick in and things like that. But that's really cool, Angelo. I love it a lot. Thank you for all that. And when you're doing those thinking, if you want to hold, I don't know, maybe we take this to the agenda round and think about how we can systemize thinking a little bit. It's one good thing to do it in a public forum, but also, it's kind of funny. Somebody invited me to that Clubhouse thing the other day. We almost need our little version of Clubhouse to talk about this, right? And bad ideas around kind of on demand. So I don't know if that's particularly a good idea to use Clubhouse or not. I'm not sure, but it's interesting nonetheless.
I know.
Yeah. It's a little weird, but yeah. Okay. Let's keep doing it. Angelo, anything else? Last call. Yeah. All right. Najib, let's just head over to technology, the technology operations for the world of ExOs today.
Well, we had been working a little bit on supporting the entire team in different aspect, data and some other stuff. Is doing some distribution. I'm posting here that I think is the most important for today here on the chat, and feel free to extend it a little bit more. That link has a Google Drive with the 3 versions of the latest wallet. This one is right now with the scheme of colors that Nikki proposed, nice. And with some of the proposal. The idea is, this one may not be perfect, but it just, you can give us the feedback, and that's, and we are iterating very quickly all of those ones. Last week we have pretty much the same, but different. We just we want to test all the functionalities. It was not there the colors that Nikki was proposing, but right now this week we iterate with the colors that she proposed and some of the changes. And the idea is now to move forward into all the functionalities there, and then your feedback will be very good. That's when we start to I would say this week for all of you guys to give us feedback and come up, and that's when we will start just to make it public to everyone, and everyone to start just to move from the actual Qt wallet to this wallet. Feel free to just to go through the entire creation of a wallet. Again, this one will asking you for 12 words that the system is going to provide you. Keep those 12 words very safe. That it is what will protect your tokens. If you lose your 12 words, you lose your tokens. Very important. But at the same time, I don't want to sound like a very dramatic with that. This time you don't need to keep track about the wallet that file at all. That that is right now on the Qt. But again, the responsibility is to keep those 12 words safe to be able to recover your wallet. And it's exactly the same for Mac, Windows, and Linux. Linux is like a 4 or 5 flavors that it works. On Mac, it is after Sierra, and on Windows, it is after Windows version 8, means version 8, 8.1, and 10. We are not supporting any 32-bit platform. I know that some people start to pop up with 32-bit, but it's a very old, and it represents a lot of effort just to maintain and support those 32 bits. That is something that it may be 5-10 years older. Then we decide not just to support those ones. Except it start to be more people around that, but we consider that is less than 0.5% people that is using 32 bits. And it just pop up once in a while, someone that is older than Sierra. Sierra is from 2016, means we are supporting the last 5 years on Mac, and at least more than 6-7 years from Windows. I think we are covering more than 99% of the people with the actual computers. And let's see how it goes, because we need to just to face off completely the Qt. We don't want people to lose any of the actual tokens, but we need to just to move forward with that. The idea is once we have these ones tested, we will make them public like we usually do on GitHub. And that's in the official download is from the GitHub. One functionality that is not working there, it is because right now the GitHub is private. then the functionality to update it is a button there just to click update it, and that really go directly to the GitHub and download it from there. But at this moment, like at this repo is private, then that functionality is not working. Then don't be worried for that. At the moment that we make it public, we will have that functionality live. What is the plan? I don't want to sound pushy, but if you help this week will be good. But we would like to go open and public in the repo next week. Then all the feedback that we received this week is going to implement it this week. We will expect to do another iteration at least from now on until next Tuesday. That hopefully the next Tuesday is totally public, and then we start just to go more massive into the community with this.
I just installed it, Najib. It looks great. Thank you. I'll have a couple of things to send over your way for feedback. I posted the 5 criteria for feedback you gave me last week into the chat. Remember, specifically, you said, please test these 5 things. It helps me the most. I personally have been successful on 4 out of 5, and I'll let you know my details on what happened. But I want to test the one that I wasn't successful with again under a different condition and see if maybe it was just a fluke. But I'll let you know on that. But it's going really well.
One thing that is important for everyone, they are all wallets working under the same blockchain. However, people may think that we can, I would say, import the tokens right now from the Qt wallet to this one. There is not import because both wallets fundamentally work different. Means on Qt, we don't have 12 words. And that's one of the things that we have right now. Then how we move tokens is you have an address there on the new wallet. It just sends you tokens from the Qt to that. And that's basically when you're just, first you need to create a new wallet on, a wallet on the new node, on the new binaries, but just send the token from the Qt. That's as simple as that.
Yeah, got it. Okay. And I absolutely love the new staking capabilities mixed with the HD wallet features, Najib. It's just such a nice feeling to know that you're effectively protected should you lose the physical hardware, right? That you're staking with. The and also this wallet is still a crypto wallet, which means things, but the overall look and feel and the way this wallet works is just literally worlds and worlds better than what we've had in the past. The new branding looks great, Nikki, so thank you for that. And I'll put something about wallet promotion and enrollment in the agenda item. So wonderful, Nick. Wonderful, Najib. Thank you so much. Bryant and friends.
I see Charlie.
Yes, Charlie got his shots yesterday, so he woke up really hot this morning, and we're just hanging out. So I did put some prep time into something I'm pretty proud of. So this is from a meeting with Sway, and our interest in the project is we're building smart founders, and so we have a wonderful group, of people who are trying to bring some impact and dreams to really make some lives better. And well, it starts with our proposal process and how people like the Treasury or policy or anybody get involved. And so, I'm just really excited to go through this. So what we have is, every day we might have a question or an idea that comes into any of these communities. And as you'll notice, I'm framing this as a neutral perspective. We're streaming this. So if you're out there in a community right now, go ahead and benefit in certain ways. That's what we're trying to do in this network. So, we have an idea, for example, that's where we'll start, right? I would like to have the platform help me, or I would like to help the platform. And we have a current value path that people will help you, and they will offer you guidance that will come in just a second that's inside of the platform. But as of current, the guidance in the world for green is people. Those are just like common knowledge in the world. All right. Oh, you got the pen? Come here. Yep. And so we're trying to build this red thing that doesn't exist here currently. All right. There you go. Yes. We don't rush quality. And so what we found with Sway was we're trying to improve a slow and unclear path that everybody agrees on. as far as policy and planning and how value is transitioned around. So that parallels with questions, right? Somebody comes in with a question of how can I get involved? They ask for permission. But we have the encouragement also for groups at the edge, and we'll get to that. So this requires operations from the platform and then internal guidance. And there has to be a location of that guidance, right? We're gathering documents together right now. As people heard in the call, we are trying to, improve that. And as you see, that's common knowledge from media and documents or internal knowledge. And Kent has put in a bunch of great tools as well as others like APIs, Roam, and other things. So we want to implement ideas you see in the bottom left, and that requires even further operations. So we're encouraging people to, say, all right, well, we need a value into the community, transparent and fast path that doesn't exist right now. And our adventure, as you see in the center, is going to be collaborate and produce value. And Kevin is already leading the charge with the Morocco thing that he needs votes on. So again, check the top of the chat and toss some votes in, because that helps everybody by getting more use cases. And if you guys didn't see the cast last week, her story is fantastic. So people can implement ideas in the world outside of any of this. And this is a great proposal process that Kent has brought in with Sway. They can also implement ideas currently in the community, as Kevin's example shows. So we have a path forward. And this might be a little bit difficult to see, so I'll zoom in a little bit. So we have a number of groups: promotion, events, and marketplace in purple for OpenExO on the right. And what we need with our proposal process, after talking with the CEO Sway and seeing what smart founders can offer, we can get people's ideas in proposal, map them into roadmap to get these attributes, which map back to what we're talking about in the call. I'll close here since I know I've used a few minutes of time. I'm going to stop the share, and I'm happy to set out this Miro link in the chat in just a second. However, we need a fast, transparent, and very clear process that people can put up ideas, or with guidance, they can bring those ideas to that process, both internally on the edge and internally as well, which is a nice value add, tangible value in the world for the OpenExO token. And I'll pause there. All right, so that's what's happening with Sway and road mapping. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you for sharing, Bryant. Ben Holleran, I have you up next. Do you want to add in anything here today?
No, I'm all good.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
Just loving to be able to listen here and hear all the wisdom and stuff.
So
cool,
Ben
man.
is my co-architect on Smart Founders. Just to
Awesome.
For everybody, we're both on that team there.
Right. Yeah, and Ben actually is one of the few people I've gotten to nerd out with over video streaming setups as well historically. So that was pretty fun early on in the EXO World Events series. So that's good to see you again, Ben. All right, so Michael, Michelle. Oh, go ahead.
So real quick, I have the EXO token system. I just installed the new one. Najib, I just noticed something. If you have the Qt wallet running and you install the new one, it will crash. You have to close the Qt first before you run the new one. So that's just of note. Also, I am ready to be staking, but I need at least one EXO. So I don't know how to get one yet.
Well, Ben, if you're in Discord, I just tipped everybody in Discord at least one EXO. So, because it's Tipping Tuesday, everybody.
Yep, I should be.
So you've got at least one in there. So,
I might have joined Discord a minute after you tipped, but anyway.
No
I'll
worries.
wait for a week and we'll be good.
No, don't worry.
It's a very valid point for everyone. The new wallet is a replacement for the Qt wallet, and both of them use the same peer-to-peer port. Then you can install it, but before that you're going to run the new wallet, you need to have the Qt shut down. Thank you for that, Ben.
Yeah. Good reminder. Okay. Excellent. And we will make sure one way or another you get to staking, Ben, for sure. All right. Michelle in Chile, how are you? What's new?
Good. Last week we've immigrated to the wallet version 11 that Najib provided, and we passed the test, and now it's working well. It is like a parallel to the ExO wallet, so we are like testing, see if anything can be improved, etc. The design is very friendly to use and friendly to see and link to the other sites. We're preparing like a proposal to ask for 20 talented people from the EXO community to be part of our like extended family. And we're going to publish this very soon. So we're preparing it to see who can help us in our we're preparing the talents that we need, and we found that we need more people with other digital talent. So we're also inviting a lot of people to the community. We're working on that. So that's for now, and it's a lot of work, like two different, like left and right brain working at the same time. The community and the business behind the Divergenti, and the technology and Najib on the other side. So always Najib is trying to challenge us with new technology.
So just for anybody watching that doesn't know this, Divergenti is a sister economy of the ExO economy, the ExO economy, and has a token called Diver, D-I-V-E-R. And it is a live mainnet that Najib and the Fluid Chains team under the Fluid Matters banner brought live through its genesis. The baby was born just a few weeks ago. And Michelle is been spearheading that project since its inception, since the idea phase. So it's an amazing thing, and we're still in conversations about exactly how that connects to the EXO's economy. And we need to pick that back up. I know everybody's been busy with the launch, but we should pick back up the trade agreement piece. So everybody knows often we build in bilateral trade agreements with sister economies between these, and that's how, Michelle, you'll end up with some EXOs acquired through the proposal process here that happens in Sway that Bryant was just talking about, that allows you to post in the open EXO platform marketplace to grab those 20 movers and shakers that you're looking for. So it's amazing how it all ties together in our ecosystem. And again, really congratulations on the newest wallets and everything. It looks amazing. You guys did a wonderful job on the design side, especially. So thank you. All right, let's jump over to Cesar Castro.
Yes, Najib, the wallet looks great. I just downloaded and it's good. So a good job there. Let's get everything ready for next week, and we'll do a good rollout. So let me bridge here to the Rutanio team. So what's going on there? Maybe it's good to have an update. The ambassadors and the community, they keep working on new use cases, and that's good stuff. They also very active with the certification, so they already issued the certification for all their ambassadors, and they are issuing now the certification for the program they did with the Alianza del Pacífico. And then the other piece that they will be interesting is that they are now very focused on working more in the governance and making the project stronger on that area. That will be an important focus moving forward. And they are also learning from here, from what's going on with the EXO economy. So they are now in conversation with Sway, which is a great practice, also linked to great governance on the EXO economy, and they are in conversation with Sway, see how they can implement something similar there. So that's kind of the update.
Awesome. Thank you, Cesar. Let's go over to, who did I miss? Anybody? Gerardo, I missed you. You're on mute.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Cool. So, sorry to be late, I was in a meeting. But we had some news. So we'll be posting on the marketplace soon because we are looking for some products and providers for some specific technologies for the marketplace. So everyone who is working in how to optimize agriculture in Nordic climates, of course, that they use technologies to reduce ecological footprint, to reduce food waste, also especially efficiency in urban production, quality of produced food, and production cost of food. So we will be posting this soon. We are looking forward to the people in the community who can help us to build this great marketplace and to offer these solutions to the urban farmers. So that's where we are at right now.
That's
and
awesome.
for the ExO Awards, Fabian Oyola and we are creating also a report for you about the event with the statistics and everything. So we will need a place for the next meeting, 10 minutes or something like that to expose.
Okay, great. Yeah, just make sure you connect with me directly one-to-one on that, and I'll make sure and reserve the spot in case I forget after this. But yeah, before
Okay,
next
cool.
Tuesday, just send me a WhatsApp or something. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
And we'll do it that way. And then also the name of your project, Gerardo, and where people can go to connect with you if what you said sounds
Yes.
interesting to them.
So the name of the project is the Mana Marketplace, and the email is connect@growmana.co. I am writing in the chat, growmana.co.
Great. And you may want to
the website is growmana.co. Yeah.
Okay, you may want to replicate that over into the YouTube stream as well, since there are different people watching over there than are here. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Great. That's the broadcast. This is the live interactive. So, all right. On my side, I have collected 5 things as we went through. No, wait. Looks like 3 things as we went through. Just to remind everybody, it's events. This is mine. I'm going to update in just a second. Engagement metrics, which came from a number of you, and then Lunch Club, which I'll attribute back to Bryant in just a moment. We'll process those 3. Before we do, I want to say that there's an appetite to run an event under the EXO World banner. So EXO World something, call it crypto, call it, I don't know what we should call it exactly. I'm not trying to brand it yet, but it would be a cryptographic token marketplace, Bitcoin, EXOs, all of the above. Diva, Ruta can participate, and it would be something that we want to run for our community, bring in really, people that we have access to that can give meaningful inputs and updates that are novel, unique, up to date to the community. There's just a pretty significant surge in our community of interest in crypto at the moment. And it would be great if we could support them by injecting some knowledge and making it interactive and fun. So I believe that a project like that is a project of this group, and we'll put together a sway proposal to propose that we somehow figure out how to put an event together in relatively short order in the self-service style of Dexo last December, or one that we ran called the Open House a few months prior to that. So it would be relatively loose in terms of overall production and format, open spaces style effectively, but with a few prefixed good speakers. Open to any feedback on that, either privately or here. Okay.
And any idea on a time frame for that?
Soon. Ideally, it would happen even as soon as February. I know that sounds a little silly, but for that type of event, we could probably spin it up.
And, we've been starting small tests. If you guys want to make some jazz there.
Okay.
Outside of any requirements on operations or platform or hop-in instance use.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have the venue. We don't need a venue, so we'll launch on Hopin. We'll run it with the same formatting, templating, and everything that we've done very successfully before. So we don't have to go crazy there. The key is content. Content and people. If you have really good content and really good people coming in, and the community comes together, and we can move them, we can tie it into ExOs so that people are there and maybe they're getting ExOs, so they don't run into the problem Ben has. For example, he wants to stake. He doesn't have any ExOs. How do we fix that, right? So there's a number of ways, right? And many of what you just heard about marketplace opportunities coming up, almost every single one of those is going to have ExOs as a component, if not ExOs and dollars and other, who knows? So, this is how you get ExOs basically, is you provide utility to the economy through work. So that's the ultimate utility of ExOs, is the capabilities of the community members. But anyways, yeah, definitely open to any of that. Again, I'll put it on Sway so we can actually talk about it there. We don't have to take up time in this meeting. So that was number one. That was one of my updates in the agenda item combined. The next thing was engagement metrics. So I'll go back and say we need to track just a handful of key engagement metrics. I'm using the word engagement. This has come up many times by many people. And what would it be? What's the next step for us to coming up with a dashboard that tracks key engagement metrics that's published somewhere? Like, I should be able to go there, click a button anytime I feel like it. And it can be as simple as a Google spreadsheet. We don't have to be fancy, but it should be something that's effectively available behind a URL for everyone, that's updated regularly. Any thoughts at all, or do we want to break that out? Just one round of feedback or inputs.
Well, I think we're tracking some sales activity, and, like with Ray on the marketing call, he's got quite a bit of metrics on the ad spend. But in the community, what I'd like to see is how many people are posting, what percentages maybe, and then how active that is. Is it one post and they die off, or do they stay active in the community? Do we have conversations? Are we like Angelo, who gets results, by posting, here's what we think ExOs can be used for. What do you use them for? So now we've got a nice laundry list of over a dozen uses that we can start to build out storyboards and video clips and ways to promote the community.
Okay, so use cases. I mean, a use case is any case where an ExOs is used. So I'll pull that one out for now. So, I mean, I used ExOs many times in the last month. So those didn't get collected and cataloged anywhere, but they were all marketplace opportunities, all of them. So we can go back and recollect those marketplace opportunities and turn those into micro case studies. That's easy. And the data exists. It's not something I have to make up. It's literally in the system. So that's an easy one. That would help multiple projects, I think. There's a number of statistics that come off the Blockchain Explorer and the blockchain statistics page itself that matter. So when we talk about engagement, how many people are staking? I mean, that's an easy one. And what's the volume of staking? Because, Nikki, the next thing I have is new wallet promotion and enrollment. So these two are hand in hand, because we very much want every single human being on the planet that has any passing interest in ExOs using the new wallet, because it natively stakes in, and Najib, maybe you could say a little bit about cold staking, but there's a possibility there that if we get enough people staking, that it triggers the ability to cold stake, which would be quite the boon to staking over time. So
I want to hear more on that.
Yeah, so staking metrics is a critical KPI that we don't talk about it a lot, but we need to be talking about it more. These are the kinds of things I'm thinking about. The stuff on the community and the marketing and the ad spend side, that's supportive of everything we do, for sure. But I don't know that I would track it here. I'd probably keep that in the marketing ops meeting.
Yeah, so then use of marketplace and, our stats on the social media is good, but to really get the quality, maybe start using more hashtags, more tagging people, and getting more people to comment and start to track comments and shares, as opposed to just visits and follows and likes.
Yeah,
That's
somebody
another
made a
forum.
LinkedIn. Somebody made a LinkedIn group that's interesting to help support one another in the articles they write about things related to EXOs and their own personal projects.
Oh,
We can tap into that as well if you want. I'll give you the right info to get invited into that, Nikki.
okay.
So
Yeah.
That's one too.
Good.
I've been seeing some growth over there. It's a new
Uh-huh.
experiment that somebody's running around social sharing. So
Excellent.
alrighty, so that's a good start. And look, we don't need to track that many things to start.
I have another idea if we have the time.
Yeah.
We do. Go.
We can also track the projects that are founded with EXOs, or how many projects are applied, to get EXOs into SWAE. And another idea of gamification is like posting the top people who are making posts. So I think with this idea, people can be eager to post more
Okay.
about EXO and the EXO
Yeah.
economy.
Okay.
And Vanessa mentioned the competitions.
Well, you know, the EXO's prize work that's coming up is pretty cool. Kevin's deep into that, so he can speak to it. And then the LATAM EXO Awards could have, I don't know if it did, but it could have had EXOs involved as well. And even could do that, by the way, retroactively to those of you who worked on that project. That is still a possibility. Let us know. Nothing wrong with a retroactive SWAE proposal for the winners.
Yep.
Because that's the kind of stuff that matters, because that's actual community activity that's driving distribution of EXOs, bringing utility effectively online for further future transactions. So that's kind of a triple win there. Okay, excellent. We're in the last 5 minutes. Does anybody need anything? Nikki does.
We need to vote our new engagement person here for the role. And I am proposing that we choose Angelo. He's been very helpful, very interactive. He actually started the job before we even said yes. And the other two candidates are in time zones that are a little more difficult for me to work with. And since Eric and I are here, I think that makes perfect sense to invite him in for that role.
All right, so the way we'll do a vote is not by consensus, but by objection. So does anyone object to Angelo? I'm publicly objecting while he's here, by the way. Does anyone object to Angelo taking on the role that he has so graciously volunteered to do? All right, I don't see any objections, so that is a pass, Nikki.
Yay!
Congratulations. Yeah,
Thank
I'm really,
you.
really excited.
This is
so,
awesome.
Yeah, it really is. So thank you. Thanks to all of you who have taken on really meaningful roles in the EXO economy. It's incredible. You don't know how much it warms my heart after, because as we pointed out, the tokens Genesis is coming up on its 3 years birthday, and the project itself existed for 2 years before that. So for me, it's been 5 years running, and Najib and Cesar and a handful of others.
Yeah.
So. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations, Angelo. Thank you so much. We'll help you any way we can. Please don't be shy. All right. I love the Zoom icons. They're super fun. All right. So let's see. With that, I think we're pretty much a wrap, everybody. I do want to note one thing, and this is kind of a last agenda item. I've been doing some experimentations in meeting formats recently. And this meeting format is wonderful for the acquisition of updates and the propagation of those updates amongst this circle of people and all the other circles that exist out there. For example, we get these updates here, we take them to the marketing operations meeting for Open EXO, Nikki and I do, and Kevin. And it's really useful because that means we're completely up to speed now on anything we might need to help or promote from an Open EXO perspective that's coming from the EXO economy. But what I want to make sure is that people are bringing their updates and asking for what they need. So, you know, don't be shy. And then secondarily, I've been having a second kind of meeting where we don't actually do that periodically. Every now and then we just have almost like a brainstorming session, a really fun chat over what we're experiencing, what we see. And it's been really fun. I mean, it really allows people to open up and talk about how we can make things better, which this process is a process of iteratively making things better anyway. It works that way. However, every now and then it seems like it's nice to sort of let your hair down and really really go for it. So I think I'd like to schedule one of those maybe this month. So one of our Tuesday meetings would only have critical updates at the beginning. Then the rest of the meeting would be almost like a mini unconference. Okay. But within the existing time, we're not changing the timing or any of that. So think about that. If there's something that's been on your mind and you can imagine jumping up there, unconference or open spaces style, and sharing that here with the team, it could be a wonderful way to spark some creativity and move some things forward. Okay, an idea. Okay, and Cesar is promoting, yes, please, everyone, try the new ExO Core wallet. We very much need you to download that wallet. If you don't have any ExOs, contact your friends here and we'll help you. We'll sort things out, okay? And we'll sort it out so that you can play with it and stake and send and receive. And this is not something we need to be crazy about. We'll help everybody get going. And we'll go from there, okay?
Awesome.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day wherever you are, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.
See you around.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks,